Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Soul's Nurse. I am Maria, and today I'm going to be walking you through what happens in an ayahuasca ceremony, in an ethical retreat center, and maybe what you can expect if you're curious to meet ayahuasca for the very first time or you are a returning participant. Okay, I've got my notes here because I have ADHD and sometimes I forget, my mind kind of goes to different places, but that's not going to stop us. So I'm going to try to keep you guys on track. First and foremost, before the ceremony, before anything, you'll have a call with the medicine keepers, the shamans, or the facilitators and guides who are holding space for you and who will be serving the medicine. During that call, they'll go over your health history, your mental and emotional state, if there are any medications that you're on. There's a list of medications that should be avoided before sitting with ayahuasca because of the interactions. And these interactions mainly happen with antidepressants and some pain medications. A lot of them are psychiatric medications, mainly because they interact with the DMT and the MAOI, which is the monooxidase inhibitor that is in the ayahuasca. And so it is required to discontinue these medications a minimum of 2 weeks before your ceremony, if not longer. So they should be going all over that with you. And the step is so important for your safety and to make sure that the medicine can also work with you very properly. If everything looks good and you're cleared, you'll schedule your ceremony dates. So now arrival and preparation. When you arrive, you'll be guided through what to expect, not just logistically, but spiritually and energetically as well. The shamans or the guides will explain the different presentations of the medicine, how to navigate the experience, and how to ask for help if you need it during the ceremony. You'll also learn about the sacred space, the songs, the icaros, the silent icaros, which are prayers that you can also do for yourself and your family during the ceremony, and the icaros or chanting that and singing that the medicine keepers will be also doing during the ceremony space. If you need any assistance, they should be able to assist you. Some retreat centers have space holders or guardians who will also assist you if you need some help or if you need any help during your journey. How does a dosing work in the medicine? So, if you're coming into the medicine for the very first time in a safe and ethical place, they will usually start you off at a very small dose on the first night. The place that I go to be a participant with ayahuasca is I Awaken Church in Crum, Texas. And we do 3 nights or 2 nights in a day ceremony. So, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And for first timers, beginners or first time to that church, they will start you off at a small dose and just to see how you react, how your body reacts to the medicine. You will be offered a second dose and you can choose to receive it or not receive it. And it all depends how you're doing in the moment. If you feel that you didn't get into the medicine and you're not feeling anything at all, and they call for the second dose, then you can go ahead and talk to the medicine keepers, shamans, and kind of tell them where you're at. And together you can come up with a game plan of if to take the second dose or not. If you are deep in the medicine, you may not even hear them call for the second dose, or you may hear it, but you might not be coherent enough to get up for the second dose. And this is probably a good indication that you probably don't need a second dose. So, just some things to keep in mind. But yes, first you'll start off at a smaller dose. And then the second and third day, they'll check in with you to see how you're doing, how the dose went the first night, and if you felt comfortable with that dose, if you'd like to start off at a little bit of a higher dose or lesser dose for days 2 and 3. So it all depends. Everybody's dose is different. These are one of the questions that you might want to ask when you are doing your research and retreat space. Kind of asking them how do they dose the participants. I have heard of places where they give everybody the same dose, and that is a little bit of a concern because not everybody can tolerate the same dose. So that's Usually, what happens at the church again that I participate in, and I think this is the safest way to administer the medicine. Once the medicine starts to kick in, which usually happens anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes sooner, depending on how fast you metabolize the medicine. But once the medicine begins to work, you'll start to notice that it can come in many different forms, which the guides should be able to share the different presentations and the different forms that it can come in. Usually, two of the ways that it comes in or that you'll start to feel the medicine is sometimes you start to feel it very subtly, very softly. You'll start to feel the medicine come through your feet, up your legs, your arms, your body up to your crown. And you may start to feel tingling, warm. You may start to feel really dizzy. This is called la mareación, and it can start off slow. And then there's other times where it comes on very fast. So, with either one, what you'll want to do is concentrate on your breath, be able to just breathe through it. It's kind of like a whirlpool that's starting to happen. And it's taking you into the portal of the medicine. And so this is usually one of the two ways that it'll start to work or activate in your body. Um, they will also discuss the different presentations that the medicine can present itself in the three different journeys, which I'll talk about in another video. But sometimes you may purge. The purge may happen through crying, laughing, shaking, shivering, trembling, making some sounds, or you'll feel waves of energy moving through your body. And yes, there is the purge everybody knows about, which is the vomiting or coming out the other end. There's different ways of purging. So it's not just one way that we can purge things that no longer serve us or energies or traumas. Each ceremony is unique and the medicine meets you exactly where you are. So if you're feeling called to work with ayahuasca, remember it's not just about the ceremony itself. There's different aspects to coming to the medicine. There's preparation, which I highly encourage, and not just about diet or dieta, but mentally preparing yourself, spiritually and emotionally preparing for yourself. It's a huge change and a huge transition. So I highly recommend kind of start doing your research and preparing for this process. It's also the intention and the integration afterward. What intention do you have for coming to the medicine? What do you want her to help you with? And it's also a great time to think about what your integration may look like after. Integration, I believe, is a way of life. It's not just something that we do a couple weeks after ceremony, but rather who we become and the embodiment of who we become through the changes, the lessons, and the teachings that we may receive from the medicine. So, the more that you step into this work, the deeper then the medicine can work with you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's curious about the medicine path. And if you're ready to begin your own journey, I do offer preparation and integration guidance. You can find all the information in the description below on how to get in contact. So, thank you for watching. And as always, walk with gratitude for yourself and the life that you live.